Hey Blake, congrats, man.
Thank
First,
you.
I know you obviously play a unique position. Were you expecting to get drafted? Especially this high.
For me, I always had my sights set on being drafted, and so that was a goal from day one. Um, you know, coming into today, I knew that there was an opportunity for me somewhere, and I'm fired up to be in Miami, and looking forward to the opportunity.
Again, just a reminder, please use the raise your hand function to ask a question.
Hey Blake,
Cam, go ahead.
yeah, I know your brother obviously played for the Bills. You're in the same division now. Are you looking forward to those twice a year battles?
Yeah, we were just talking about that. From the beginning, we talked about, oh, what if I end up in your same division and we get to play each other twice a year, and here we are. So I'm fired up, and I'm certainly going to be doing my fair share of trash talking to him.
We'll go to Safid Dean.
Blake, congratulations. What's the draft experience like for a player like yourself, man?
It's pretty stressful, and it's stressful for everybody. But for me, I was fortunate to have my family around, and I was sitting there watching the picks just like everybody else was, and then my phone started buzzing. So it's been a cool experience, and I've been looking forward to this day for a long time.
Go ahead, Safid.
What were your conversations like with the Dolphins just now? And I guess maybe you've probably spoke with Danny Crossman, special teams coach. What was the relationship like there?
Yeah, it's an awesome organization, and I spoke with a couple of folks just now, and they're fired up to have me there, and I'm fired up to be coming. So I know Crossman well, and he coached my brother in Buffalo for a couple of years, and I think he probably trusts our bloodline, and he knows that the Fergusons are a good group of snappers.
Cam Wolf.
Hey Rita, you're the latest in what has been a real heavy LSU class of draftees. You guys are one away, I think, of breaking the record. How much have you guys talked about that, and how good does it feel that you're, part of the group that can help make that happen?
Yeah, it's going to be so cool when a couple more cards fall, and the LSU Tigers, 2019 Tigers, break the record, because this year we knew we'd have a special opportunity, and this has been an incredible draft class, starting with Joe all the way from top to bottom. So I love those guys, and I'm fired up to see where the rest of them go.
Omar.
Why long snapping, and how does this become the family trade?
So Reed actually started doing it before I did. He was in, I believe, eighth or ninth grade, and he started doing it because the guy that they had on the team that was doing it had gotten hurt, and so he tried it out and said, "Hey, I'm not really playing a whole lot at tight end, so I'm going to test out what I got at long snapper." And he went to some camps, had some success, and then I kind of fell in line with him, because I knew that I wasn't going to have the genetic makeup to be a world-class tight end or a world-class linebacker. And so I wanted to play at the next level, which was college, and then ultimately play in the pros. And so that was an opportunity where I could see the field, and I could contribute to the team.
We'll go to Adam Beasley.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about the LSU Alabama game. First of all, how much trash are you going to talk to Raekwon and Tua? And second, how impressed were you by what Tua did that day so shortly after undergoing surgery?
Yeah, that game is one that we mark on our calendars every year. It's no secret that LSU Alabama is one of the most highly competitive games in all of football. And so, that's one that I look forward to every year. I mean, I grew up with half of my family being Alabama fans. And so, that's one that I'll be able to look back on this past season. And I'll certainly talk some trash to Tua as well.
Chris Perkins.
Hey, Blake, I wanted to ask you about the family connection of long snapping. You take over for your brother at LSU, and now I guess you get to see him twice a year because he's up in Buffalo. How special was it to take over for him at LSU, and how special could it be to see him at the NFL level?
Yeah, man, it's going to be awesome, and it's been a fun journey the last couple of years, and I was fortunate enough to be at LSU with him for one season. I got to redshirt under him, and then after that, I was able to take over and sort of leave my mark on LSU. And this is, like I said earlier, this is one that we've been looking forward to for a long time. So to be in the same division as Reed is going to be pretty special.
Cam Wolf.
Hey Blake, what's the pre-draft process? I know it's probably different in different years, but for a long snapper, when the coronavirus is going on, how do you show your goods in a situation like this?
I was fortunate to be able to go to the Senior Bowl and to the Combine. A lot of guys this year didn't get to have their pro days. I didn't get to have a pro day, and so I was really banking on the film that they got from the Senior Bowl and from the Combine. And so for me, I sent out a pro day video. I recorded a pro day video where I was doing long snaps and short snaps so that they could see my progress that I had made from the Senior Bowl to the Combine to my pro day. And so that was really all we could do. I mean, we weren't able to have personal workouts, individual workouts with teams, and so that's really all I could do.
Dave Hine.
Yeah, I know you said in good fun trash talking your brother and trash talking to us. So I asked this question in good fun too. Is it normal for long snappers to trash talk?
No, I try to keep my mouth shut as much as I can because of the position that I play, but I pick and choose my battles.
Safid.
Blake, I think we'd be remiss to not ask of your best Coach O impression. A lot of NFL reporters love asking LSU players that, so give it to us if you can.
I don't do a great Coach O impression. Everybody kind of has their own impression of him, but for me, I always think it's funny because you can't really do a Coach O impression without like yelling. You have to. It's like as loud as you can be. But I guess I'll give you a one team, one heartbeat.
Chris Perkins.
Hey, Blake, I hate to get super serious here, but I saw that you are diabetic and have done stuff for the American Diabetes Association. With the COVID-19 situation, have you taken extra steps, and have you thought about how you could integrate yourself with this team when it's time to report?
Yeah, it's one that I certainly have to be careful of, having a pre-existing condition. But I spoke with my doctors, and I spoke with some people from a couple of different foundations that I work with that are medical doctors, and they reassured me that if your blood sugars are healthy and stable, you're going to be at much lower risk of contracting the virus, as opposed to if your blood sugar was high and really spiking up and down. I do a good job of keeping my blood sugar within range and tracking pretty steady. So I feel like I'm at a lower risk as being a diabetic, but I'm certainly taking the precautions necessary to stay safe. I've been staying home and sort of quarantining myself with a couple of other members of my family, but really trying to stay safe just like everybody else.